No, not.
No.
Uh-oh. You didn't tell me you were. Yeah, you're muted. You didn't tell me that we were running this by ourselves.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, everyone?
How's it going?
You know, just trying to get through these first little roadblocks.
How have you been?
I've been all right. I've been super busy. Been like I feel like I've been gone from the community forever.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to take a little bit of break, get your life in order, do things, sometimes it pulls you away. And I mean, that's the important thing is just to get things on track.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this has been. It's been a lot of family stuff, a lot of birthdays back to back, and all of that. So it's been crazy.
Who's who was that?
Oh, that he might make he might be making a that's the other half of the Outlaws, so he might be making an appearance tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we might catch a glimpse of him. I don't know if people will recognize him, but we will be catching a glimpse.
Now, is he part of the Cobra Commanders or part of the GI Joes?
I don't think he's part of either. I don't think he's cool enough.
All right, let's try this again.
What's up, Matthew?
Yeah.
All right, let's try this intro again. Let's see if this works.
All right. What's up? Interesting. Hey, so let's real quick. Why don't you say hi to Tat while Brandy's figuring that out? Tats, I know Tats is there. Blue Ace Collectibles. You see anybody else down the line?
All right, I have no idea.
Okay.
There you go.
How it works tonight.
You're back now. I hope.
I'm literally like I'm 3 inches from the modem, so or the whatchamacallit. And we even have an extender. Like I have full bars and everything. I have no idea what's going on. It's so weird. First show hiccups. Everybody has them, guys. It's been a month. My computer hasn't been used to doing this.
I think the first thing we should do in the chat is hit those clapping hands emojis and give a round of applause for Brandy finally making it back.
It's been a long time.
It is. I am super excited.
What's up, little Don? Hey, Golden Collectibles. It was weird because like the first couple of weeks, I was just like this. I was like, so much stress off of me, and it was too much. Going 3 nights a week was too much, and trying to work full time. And especially since this, the summer is my busy time of year for my job, it was crazy. And I think I just got to the point where I needed a break, and I took it. And I had a bunch of family stuff coming up. I know you guys have probably seen things on Instagram, but I'm going to be a grandma.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a little girl. So excited. But I've decided though that since I'm a young grandma, that I'm going to call myself GB. So for Grandma Brandy, but just GB.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the kid going on that, and then my niece is due any day. So that's exciting too. So we just had my nephew's birthday party, and I made him a volcano cake with edible lava, but it didn't taste so good because it had baking soda in it.
It looked amazing, by the way.
It was a lot of fun. That was a good time. So tonight we have our two guys. So we have Matthew, and Matthew and I, we constantly banter back and forth about Back to the Future. And we're going to do G.I. Joes tonight too. And we have Mr. Eric Two Boys on with us tonight to talk about both of these topics. These guys are both fans. So what is collector TV? So everyone's like, well, is this going to be the same? Is this going to be the same? It'll be a little hints of the same things. Like the dollar store thing was a big hit. I'm going to bring that back. But this show is going to be completely different. So for one, we're going to combine a lot of different things. There's going to be movies. There's going to be food. There is going to be all kinds of collectibles. So like tonight with the G.I. Joes, we're going to span all the way back from the 50s and 60s all the way to current. It's not just going to be Funko Pops. It's not just going to be custom collectibles. We have everything. I mean, wait till you see. If you've seen the teasers for the show 2 and 3, we've got some fun stuff coming up. So this is going to be a lot more lighthearted and a lot more fun. And just this, well, our slogan, which you can't really see it too well. Oh, yeah, look, swag. We have swag already. You can't see it very well, but it says, "Who says you have to grow up?" And that is what this show is all about. For 1 hour a week, you guys can come to CTV and just forget about being an adult. Forget about the bills for an hour. Forget about the kids for an hour, or bring them along. You know, it's a fun journey, whatever you want. So we're going to start off, and I know that a lot of you guys are here because we're doing a giveaway. We're not doing that at the end. You guys need to stick around. We got a couple of giveaways going on. So we didn't hit the 100 subs, which is fine. We're still almost at 50, which is insane before we even launched the first show. And but we're going to do a giveaway. We have this guy, which my mom's in here. So you need to thank Miss Deborah Lane, Mama.
Hi, Miss Lane.
It's the SDCC toucan, the astronaut. She knows I love astronauts. She managed to get 2 of them. I'm keeping one, and one of these is going out to you guys. You want to show off your shirt, Troy?
Oh yeah, I just did a little stand up, but we had to come prepared. We got the collector TV on the front. It's kind of hard with the lighting in here, and then the back.
LBD.
It looked good. It looked good.
Yeah.
Maybe if you can see it.
And on the back, it says, "Who says you have to grow up?" So, that's pretty cool. But Troy and I are collaborating on this, and at 8:30, we are actually going to bring up Troy's channel. So we're doing a premiere. Within the premiere, we're going to premiere the first punishment of his Wild Boy Wednesdays. So don't blame him for the editing. I did that today, and so but it turned out really funny. I think you guys will like it. So we're going to do a premiere within a premiere. We have a quiz for you guys tonight, so make sure you pay attention with this expert panel that we have going on. And then I have a wheel, which is stupid. Let me just show you how big this is so far. It is so big that it's not even showing up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh wow.
So thank you to everyone who decided to enter. But let's get into let's talk about Back to the Future. Obviously, everyone in the world that has known me on Instagram knows that I am a huge fan of Back to the Future, and I've heard some talk lately because obviously this year is the 35th anniversary year of the trilogy. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think they should have done 3? Do you think they should have stuck with 1? Or do you like kind of wrapped it all up in a bow? And do you wish there would be some in the future? I guess this is a multi-part question. Let's start with do you like the trilogy? And out of the trilogy, which of the movies is your least favorite?
Well, I like the trilogy. I think it's great. I don't really think they should go with a 4th. I think they should just keep it. as a 3. But I would probably say, I mean, I really like the first and the second one. But I mean, I really did enjoy all 3. So it's kind of hard to say which one I least enjoyed. Because, they always kind of seem to intertwine a little bit. So I kind of, I mean, I don't know if I really enjoyed the trilogy. So, and usually when you find a movie, there's always one that's better than the other.
Mhm.
But I think they all, went in pretty good in sync. I think they were great comedies. They were very entertaining, iconic. So,
Matthew, which one's your favorite?
Um,
All of them?
All of them.
Troy, how about you?
Well, it's a good thing we saved me for last because there always has to be that rotten apple. Honestly, I think it should have stopped at 1. It was too good of a cast. I mean, yeah, here we go. See, I knew I could get Callie
Biff,
going.
we got Biff right here. Biff.
They were good. Don't get me wrong. They were good. But like most movies, you can't hold a torch to the first. But I totally get it. The Marty and Doc, the way they work together, on a screen, it was great. Especially, the first one when it came out and the time it came out. I mean, it was a blockbuster. I'm getting a little older, but it still came out before I was alive. So for a movie to do that well, it still hold true to this day. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. It's one that I can go back and rewatch. But it's not my top favorite, but it's definitely I mean it withheld the test of time. So
I mean,
I think
if
we
you
could've stopped
watch
at
it,
1.
yeah, if you watch it, like, if you haven't seen it in a while, it's entertaining, like it basically stands the test of time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's up there, I mean, there's a lot of people. Now, when you look at this film, they went through like 40 times they got rejected. Like they almost didn't even have this film. Nobody wanted to deal with it because it was a time traveling film. A lot of times back in that time, everybody wanted Porkies, like they wanted something different, so they were looking at space travel, time travel. No, it's not going to sell. So it actually got rejected like 40 times before, somebody took it on. And now all those studios are probably being like, oh my God, but
You have to be. I mean, and that's part of the way I look at it too. It's just like that's the one thing you got to give it credit for. I had no idea it was rejected that many times. But it was just its own entity back then. Like, and still today, like it was its own thing. And that's, I mean, they tried to, I mean, I know like shortly after that, you started getting into like the 90s action films and stuff like that. It started being huge blockbusters and stuff. But yeah, that's crazy. I had no idea it had been rejected that many times. And for it to turn out that good, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Dana.
Can you guys hear me at all? Hey, Dana.
Yeah. LBD.
Yeah.
Or do I sound like a robot?
Sound good to us.
Okay. I switched over to Wi-Fi, my Wi-Fi, so we'll see if that works. Well, I know this year they came out with the 35th anniversary pops. So where was the one I was going to show first? The iconic one from the start of the movie is this one, because this is one of the first things you see. It's when he goes in Doc Brown and he's getting ready to play the guitar. Now this is awesome. And I know we've talked about this, but we're going to treat this like you guys have never seen me before. On the flap, and I don't know if I could get this one open. On the flap of the boxes for the 35th anniversary inside here is all the dates that they go to in all 3 movies. So,
oh, wow.
So what I've done is I basically split these in 1985s, 1955s, and the 2015. So this was in 1985, and this is like the first thing that you see before he blows himself through the giant speaker. And this is from, well, I think this is the remake. Since Funkos decided to re-release a bunch of iconic pops and kill their value. So this is the Marty in his puffy vest, the original puffy vest, and he's got his headphones on around his neck. Then we've got him holding the movie camera.
Yeah.
The only one I don't have in my hands yet from the 35th anniversary set is the clock tower one, but it is ordered. I don't know why it's not here yet. We've got this one where he's checking his watch. And then, yes, I know, Matthew, you can show me up. I don't have the glow version of this, but I have Dr. Emmett Brown with the remote control. But Matthew has the kick-ass one that glows in the dark.
Yeah.
Look at that clock tower over there.
And then
That is
what'd you say?
that one is awesome.
Yeah, that one's coming.
Well, I actually found it in Walmart. I was surprised it wasn't damaged at all. Like it was in good condition, so I had to pick it up.
Oh, for sure.
Then we move into the 1995, and I love this one because there's so much detail, and you can't really see it probably on this, but there's so much detail on these newer pops that you don't see in the old ones, like on his shirt, the design that's on it. So that's Marty from 1955. I don't know how many Martys I have now.
That's why I don't want any.
I absolutely adore this one with when he's got the little contraption on his head.
Mm.
That's my personal favorite.
Yeah, that one's awesome. And again, thank you to my mom who feeds my addiction. Although, if she's still in here, Mom, you have some boxes downstairs that I saw, and they say Entertainment Earth in their Funko Pop size. So they got Biff, which I'm glad they made Biff, but I do want the Biff, the old man Biff, and I do want the Back to the Future Part 2 Biff. I think if they're gonna, Biff was so iconic to this movie. The central antagonist to the trilogy, that he had to make all three. I mean, if they're going to make all three of the Doc Browns and everything else, and then you got 1955 Doc Brown, the Loot Crate one.
I feel like Funko should always make the villains or the antagonists in every series. If you're going to have the good side, you have to have the counterpart. I mean, it only makes sense.
Yeah. And then this one actually shot up in value recently. And I don't know if it's because it's the 35th anniversary, but the Marty in the hazmat suit. This was the first Marty that I got when I started collecting. I actually got this in a waffle. And I've held on to him for forever because he does have the actual Comic-Con sticker, which is cool. Very cool. And then go to the 2015, which I have to say, this is the one I was most disappointed in. I wanted his hat to be the rainbow, kind of iridescent looking, and that's what they showed in the first pictures. But this is just silver, and so I was a little disappointed in that they didn't actually make the effort to try and make it that iridescent color, because that's what makes it. Matthew's got the hat himself.
Oh, nice, Matthew.
And then you got Doc. And again, they did a really good job with this. He's got the clear tie on, which is cool. And then 1985, I've got the cowboy. Again, they haven't made Brown in the 1885, and I think that they should. So I was a little bummed that they didn't do that, unless there's something more coming out for New York Comic Con. And of course, I saved the best for last. Boom.
Oh.
My pride and joy. I mean, look, he's in armor. This is not even on a hard stack. That boy's in armor.
Oh.
Yes. He slips his head in my head. This is the pop that is closest to me. That one and the Mandalorian. Because I love that Mandalorian one too, the New York Comic Con one. That's my bad boy. But yes, Marty with his hoverboard. And then just to get out of, since we're talking about all kinds of collectibles, so this was in I think a Loot Crate in the 80s, but it is a 1/5 scale hoverboard. And then you can see that if you tilt it just right, you can see everything that's underneath it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. So I have that, and then I have shirts and of course, I have every DVD and movie. I have VHSs, I have the Blu-rays, and I have the DVDs of the movies. So I have a little bit of everything. Some people have said, and I heard this recently I was listening to the radio in the car, and someone said that they think that this is pretty much one of the perfect trilogies. And do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Perfect. I mean, in what sense? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd agree with that entirely. I know. I don't know about you, Matthew, but yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I think it's a good trilogy. I don't know if it would be perfect trilogy. So,
Golden, I don't have Marty with the car. I would love to get the DeLorean. That's one of the ones that I'd love to get and find them. But every single time I found one that has a box, it's always damaged. So I haven't found him. I mean, not that I wouldn't display him out of the box, but I would prefer to have one with a good box that I could keep it safe in if possible. But as far as the perfect trilogy goes, and I think what they were talking about is not so much that like the directing and the acting was perfect, but the fact that they did a really good job of tying them together. They could be standalone movies, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that you pick up on if you watch them all together. And right. I'm one of the people. I will have to say, number 2 is my favorite. I've always been into like the futuristic things. I've always wanted the Nikes that self-laced. I thought the jacket was super cool. That you push the button and it self-dries and everything else. And the hoverboards was like that. I wanted one of those. I've watched YouTube videos. I think it was Tony Hawk that actually rode like a real work prototype of a hoverboard. And it's weird how when 2015 hit, the date hit was at October 26th, 2015. How different the world really was compared to the movie. I mean, we don't have the holograms that are jumping out at you. The Cubs did win the World Series, though.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that, Matthew. All right.
and they played a Miami team, a team from Miami.
It was. I mean, it's weird how some of this stuff has come true. We obviously don't have dehydrating pizzas, but given what's happened in the world this year, maybe the dehydrated food is something that's coming for safety as far as storage and shipping and everything else. Who knows? I do like the characters, though, the way that you have the definite villain, as you said, and the good guy, which is supposed to be Marty McFly.
And what I like about that is it's consistent. It's not like a superhero movie where they're like, well, we got to throw this guy in just to fill a movie, or oh, that guy's gone, so we're gonna put in a new character. Like, I like the fact that there was always it always tied back to the same scenario from the very beginning.
See if I can. Am I fading out again? No, but I got feedback because I'm trying to get into the YouTube channel. People want to be made mods. I don't know. Can I make people mods in this? No, I can't.
I was about to say, don't ask me.
I don't think I can. I was trying to. 50 subs. Woohoo!
We go on.
There we go.
Mini milestone. I'm gonna have to.
And then isn't like October in this year? Are they having like some kind of Back to the Future Day or something like that? Like it's like October 20.
Is it October 26th?
I think that's what it is.
It's either like October 21st or 20, somewhere in that area. I think they're having some kind of national, like, how they have like, Velociraptor Day. I don't know. It's like, I think it's supposed to be like some kind of Back to the Future Day.
Okay, so I'm going to ask this. I must ask this. I haven't seen these movies in forever, to be honest.
What?
Was there? I know. I should have been prepared. I should have sat down and watched all 3 of them within the week. Is there a line somewhere in one of these 3 movies where Doc tells Marty, whatever you do, don't go to 2020? Is that real or is that fake? To be honest.
I don't remember hearing that.
Was there? I know.
I don't remember 2020. I think there was a line of a future not to go to a certain possible place, but I don't think it was 2020.
Okay, because I seen some stuff when I was going through, looking everything up, and there was some lines in there, and it was like, I didn't know how true it was or not, and I was like, well, that's kind of, it'd be perfect if so.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, nothing else needed to match up. If that line was in there, they knew what they were talking about.
Illuminati.
Of course, my phone's going off. I should make my mom a moderator. She wouldn't even know what to do with herself.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
There we go.
Yeah,
Andrew decided to make it even though he's a little late. All right, I'm closing out of this because it's slowing me down. So I'm closing. All right. What time is it? We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes, brother.
Yeah. Now, not 3 minutes of this. All right, not 3 minutes of this. I don't need to see that, Matthew.
We got 3 minutes to go. So, Troy, do you want to talk a little bit about what we're going to be premiering tonight? The premiere with the premiere. So
tonight we will be premiering something that I've been talking about since I started my very first video on YouTube. This is kind of the whole idea when I started. It was to do it with my brother, with my daughter, kind of have a little family channel. But one of my big goals was to mix things I like, and that's kind of the geek culture, Funko mainly. But then also, I've always been on the wild side a little bit. So I figured I love watching different things on YouTube and seeing people do things that are just embarrassing to each other or anything along those lines. Always been amusing when you can laugh at somebody. So if I can laugh at someone else, then why can't they laugh at me? So I figured Wild Boy Wednesday, loser does loser has a punishment. They have to follow through. And, the punishments are limitless. Like Dana, before this premieres, shout out to you. You got to choose the first punishment. So this is the first one. It's wide open for suggestions. I ask for them all the time. If anybody has a suggestion, we will go through with it as long as I don't get locked up.
The cinnamon challenge.
Oh, that's easy. All right.
One of you guys want to try opening it since I'm having issues? I wish OJ was in here. I did something for OJ.
I am having problems with my computer. I'm on my phone trying to get my computer to work, and I can't even read the chat.
Let's try again and see if I can get it to open.
So hey, chat, I love you guys.
Andrew,
what's up, Dallas?
Blue Ace Collectibles. Dana.
Glad Dana made it. She chose this. She's got to see it.
I love Dana.
So do I.
Dana has been there, and there's a lot of people in here. In fact, I mean, just the people that are in here. I mean, I thank you guys very much for sticking around. And I don't even know how many we have. We have 13 watching, which is what I figured. Hey Dallas, that would pop in for the first show. I think that's what we about had. If we had 10 to 15, I was going to be surprised. And then as the channel grew, we had more and more people watching. But it is a holiday weekend. It's a Friday night, so I wasn't sure how many we were going to get tonight. But I do appreciate you guys that are here tonight. And one of you guys that's in the chat. So the only way you guys can win the T-shirt is by taking the quiz. So someone that's here tonight, you have to be present, obviously, to take the name change. What are you talking about? Oh, Dallas.
I will say only with 13 Eric, people being in here, you guys take that quiz, you have a higher chance of winning.
Exactly. Yeah. Eric or Matt, either one of you guys get his bit pulled up?
Hold on.
It won't pull up for me.
Yeah.
Everything is messing up on me.
Well, see, have your episode so that you can get all the kinks out, work all the kinks out.
Yeah.
I can hear you guys fine. Weird.
Oh, what are you doing? It's time to upgrade computers, and the quality of this video shows that I need to upgrade my cell phone camera as well.
Actually, I can see you pretty good.
There's certain spots when we're looking at a couple things, and I'm like, what is that? I can't tell what it is. But oh well.
Dallas says it's not a name change. It's my actual name.
Let me know if you can get it pulled up. If anybody can get it pulled up, because I really want it. We worked on this all day.
But so what are we trying to pull up again?
Pardon me?
What are we trying to pull up?
The premiere that's going on for Troy right now on his YouTube.
Yeah, it's on my channel. It was scheduled to drop at 8:30. So.
Oh my.
You got rid of your channel? Oh.
Are we talking about Dallas? I can't read the chat, so.
You can't see the chat?
No, my computer's all jacked up, and my phone doesn't like to let me do it. Dallas, we'll love to have you back whenever you're ready to come back, sir.
Absolutely. That's another one I love is my Dallas. I love my Dallas. And
Dallas,
LBD is one of the first people I met on Instagram.
how's that game going, LBD? I jumped in and watched him play Avengers a little bit the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I had nothing to do, and I seen he was streaming. I was like, what is this? Hopped in and
Okay,
watched some of it.
my mom is in the background. She just texted me. Back to the Future Day for 2020 is October 21st.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Eric, you were on it. You said 21st.
Yeah, I thought I heard something about it, but it wasn't. Let's see. So why are you?
Oh my.
How
Am
do
I
you,
scheduled again?
how do you spell your channel again?
POPERTYOUTLAWZ.
And then it's gonna automatically take you to another channel with a different spelling. You have to say like I meant this and click that up top, and it'll send you back over.
Oh my.
Because I don't think I can get in if I keep trying, but it won't. And so we've missed it as far as the beginning of it. But
Ah, I'm missing you now too.
There you go, Granny.
If she comes back to us.
Oh, so I wonder if I can. I don't think I can. Well, I can't share it. I mean, outside of her, it has to be through her. So,
What's that? I hope we figure this out. She was helping me out big time trying to get this thing done today.
we do this.
And everybody in here in the chat, just honest opinion on how you feel about these little videos. This is kind of something Brandy and I were talking about doing just to. I don't necessarily need to do it just for my channel. I'd like to do it with everybody so they can see it live. And if it can get some laughs, that's the point where I'll here to have a good time.
shared it.
yeah, I was just talking to myself for like 30 seconds because I didn't realize I got disconnected. Just saying.
So I shared it. I don't know if you can pull it up.
What is that?
Do I
You
need-
have the audio going. Oh my God, Troy! When I saw this part, I was like wetting my pants because of
You guys let me know if you're want to test it.
hang on, let me cut this one out.
Carolina edible. So I will give a little info. We took our first challenge, and let's just say my brother is the one that lost. And when this that was his challenge.
He looks good in a dress though.
We need to
Hey, Adrian.
Reaper challenge checkers. So he had to go pop hunting dressed in drag. Nasty. Just stop. Stop. Little foreshadowing there.
Yes, that'll be show 2.
And blind boxes is what?
At least the end of it, which you didn't miss, is where he really starts getting funny and talking like a girl.
Oh yeah, I think I was punished more than he was.
Stay away from those. Get in trouble.
You got lost the chat.
Oh, look at old school Ninja Donatello.
Am I out again?
Nope.
Hmm.
Still here.
See, I can pull the chat up on my phone. Chat up.
Well,
There we go. At least I have the chat on my phone.
G.I. Joe 6. Gotta throw this on the first episode. Astro Roadblock. What else we got back there?
Foreshadowing of this evening.
Yep.
Favorite character right there, Punisher.
Yeah, for the ones that you guys are that are still here, I appreciate you guys. Hey, Geeky Mama, how are you, girl?
Alright, let's slide back here really quick.
And it gets better. There's going to be more where it's more focused on him here in a second.
Well, it focuses on you a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially since you didn't include the footage of you finding that, you turd.
Of all this together.
Yeah, I probably should have done that.
But majority of it. This was a live stream for everybody.
So Dallas, the first store was Hot Topic. He's now an FYE.
But I'm just saying. I'm doing this for the live stream, for the Collector's TV segment, but I mean, while we're here, that Punisher War Machine might have to go home with me today.
And it would have, but the box was destroyed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I have like every Punisher that's been made so far, and that's the only one I don't have. And I was like, I'm not wasting my money.
Okay. Now watch what he pulls out, which I had no idea.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't show it in the beginning of the video. See, here we are.
Yeah, topic.
And it wasn't that. You guys missed that. That's his brother's. Yeah, and here comes Mr. Sassy Pants. Boom.
Murder Machine.
Oh,
Just happened to be pulled out as soon as I was in there. My brother was checking out, and they put it on the table, and I was like, wait a minute, is there a few more over there? Sure enough, there was one chase sitting there.
Nice.
Last stop, GameStop.
Oh my! I literally was dying. I was dying watching this, and now I've watched it about 70 times, and it's
Shut up. Don't talk to me like that.
You were liking those, aren't you?
Stop touching me. This isn't my punishment. This is your punishment. So don't bring it back on me.
and-
Dude, get away from me for real. About to punch you in the mouth.
There was multiple occasions where he ran up on me and hugged me in front of a line of people. It was great. But of course, he waited till the camera was off. So,
the farmer tan and the legs were killing me.
oh, and then in the Adidas shoes or whatever he has on, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's killing it.
Did not go with the flower dress at all.
No. Can you name that wig?
Andrew, you're gonna throw a fit soon.
Get on there so I can film you,
he wants a wrench.
weirdo.
And then he kind of like struts like he's like modeling. And I know there was a guy down on that end too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why did I do this to myself?
I don't remember if it was in FYE or if it was in when he goes, I think I could do 5-inch heel. Like, I can't do 5-inch heels.
He's
looks like he looks like a. Oh my god, he's so ugly. You couldn't find a boyfriend to save your life.
I think I could.
So wrong.
Where did you get the wig?
name that wig.
Sticky note, man.
This is the part where it was kind of hard to get a look of anything in there. The lighting wasn't working with my camera.
A few times. Got a couple bundles. Cheap.
Brandy, you should know that wig. Come on. What's that wig? Where's that from?
Oh, are you serious?
It's a throwback.
The Hansel
My
one?
first time. Yes, my first show with you guys is now made our first show.
Kind of special.
Things come full circle.
Full circle.
So I put my computer on my lap and I'm not moving because right now I can hear everybody and it's not being sketchy.
Who's the rat?
He
Is that better, Andrew?
actually when he checked out, they asked if he had an account, and they're like, "Oh," and he gave a phone number, and they're like, "Braden." He's like, "Actually, it's Brittany." And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Do you want me to change it in the system?" He's like, "No, that's fine. We'll do it later." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I'm standing away from him. We had this older lady walk up as soon as we're getting ready to leave. And she yells and she's like, "Oh, hey, sweetheart, I haven't seen you in forever." And I'm like, "Oh, she's got to be playing along, right?" No, she was serious. She really thought she knew him. And she's like, honey, you gotta get yourself a wax. Come on, girl. You look real good, but you gotta get a wax. And I'm like, "Oh no." And my brother looks at me and goes, "My man won't let me." And she's like, "Oh, honey, if he don't," I was like, "Don't call me your man." And she's like, "Oh, listen to me, honey. If he don't want you, I know there's plenty of people that would. Okay, you're good. If you better take care of her. If you don't, I'm coming for you." I was like, "Oh, I got to get out of here. Got to get out of here."
I had so much fun like editing that video, and I know we didn't have a lot of time, and I'd like to do something different. I couldn't even get in the studio, so
No, I think you did a great job for the footage I had. So
it was great. So it was so much fun. So you guys have another one? Are you guys going to be doing this weekly, or how often are you guys going to be doing the Wild Boy Wednesdays?
we are planning on weekly. If everybody here likes it, I wouldn't mind showing it here as the premiere. Kind of break up the show each week, give you something to laugh at. People that throw out suggestions for challenges, you can be here. You can see it right when it premieres. Because I want the challenges to get crazier. I mean, that was a little wild. That was uncomfortable, but that's just the beginning. We're ready to keep going. Now, unfortunately, our work schedules, he puts in a lot of hours, so some of the challenges may be a little difficult when we do them. So if it's like going in public and doing something, that may be a little hard. But the goal is to hit every week. It's only taken me like 9 months since I started to get my first one out, so I can't procrastinate any longer. I got to make sure it's got to be every week, or I'm going to lose it.
Nice.
Well, I definitely want to give a good job, Dana. That was awesome.
Thank you, Dana.
Troy, if I'm correct, the challenges are going to be on your channel, and then we will premiere the punishment during Collector TV each week. Yes.
Yes, and if you want to give a suggestion, the videos, I'm going to try to do the videos on, say, Tuesday, and then that's where you would leave the comments during the battle for the punishment for the loser, and then I will tally up the votes, and then you will see the punishment the following Monday, or I can do them Sunday. I'll figure that out, but you'll have that video. I'll let everybody know. I'll tally up, give me time to do the challenge, and then we'll be premiering.
So now, is the punishment going to be something that could be outside too? I mean, like that right there.
Oh,
Okay.
It's punishment. I mean, endless.
Thanks,
Okay.
Endless. Like I said, I prefer not to go to jail. I just paid for a lot of birthdays. I got a birthday party for my daughter tomorrow, so the funds are running low. So I don't know if I can, bail myself out. But if you guys,
I almost called you and told you no, because all of a sudden I see him the start of the next section of the video was the hot stuff, and there was the death nuts, and it just brought huge bad memories. And then you were looking at, hey, if anybody else in this channel is, I'm like, no, that's
no.
why. No. I mean,
might,
I started gurgling when I saw that.
Him and I might do the Grim Reaper checkers and do that for a video and let you guys check it out.
Matthew says, Troy, I have a perfect one.
What? I'm not wearing any Cubs gear, so don't do it.
Oh, no. I'm not.
All right, my chat is messed up, so somebody's gonna have to let me know.
Tarantula. Hey, look, Troy.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah. Favorite character of all time. So what is this? What is this challenge? Really, a fried tarantula?
I eat bugs. I have more than once. I've offered to eat bugs. I said I would do it. So. All right, boys. We
can do
minutes
fracture.
left. We still have a quiz to do. Let's get into the retro rewind if it plays. Let's see if it plays. If I have all these cool like intro things to do, and they don't know if they're gonna work. Let's try this. Is it gonna work?
I don't want.
It worked for us. I seen it.
Yeah. We
Okay.
got it.
All right. Cool. So G.I. Joe.
And you're gone. We lost you.
G.I. Joe.
All right. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna just give you guys a little background, and then I'm gonna let you guys talk while I show off some of the cool stuff. I don't even have a tenth of what my dad has up here with me, but G.I. Joe meant a lot to me because of my dad, and I know it should mean a lot to me because it's the armed services and everybody who has put their lives on the line and protected this country, and it is for that reason too. I mean, mad respect for everyone who's served, and thank you for your service. But for me, at my dad's parents' house, my grandparents' house where I grew up, there was a secret closet, and then in the secret closet was my dad's G.I. Joe. And we were not supposed to play with them, obviously, because they were from the 1960s. So G.I. Joe started in 1964. And I'm going to show you one. I'm not going to pull the boat out of the box. Let me see if I can get the lid off, though. So my dad doesn't give me any crap about collecting Funko Pops because my dad has his addiction, too. So this is 64 deep sea diver, or 1960s 12-inch, and my dad has all of the accessories. So he's got the net, and he's got the seaweed and everything. Let me see if I can twist it there. And the bottom is the original boat. The cool thing is I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can flip it around here. You can try and see it. If you can see that there, that on the gray thing here down at the bottom, right here. That's actually a compass, and the compass spins around.
Oh, okay.
These are actually lead, like metal pieces that went on his boots and everything. He's got the oar in here. And then here's the boat.
That is awesome.
Pull it out because I don't want to rip it, but my dad took very, very good care of these. Us kids, not so much. We probably... If my dad actually knew how much we played with them, I would probably be dead right now. And then I've got some of the first ones here too, and I'm going to show you those before I get into some really cool ones that are more the modern ones. So they started off with the 12-inch. The 12-inch lasted from the 60s and 70s, and then once you got into the 80s, they went to the 3.75-inch, which is the G.I. Joe and Cobra that we know. Do you want to show you this? This is the first black G.I. Joe. So Army fatigues, super cool. They ended up remaking this, and he got the scramble pilot, which I brought up here too. They're all articulated too. I mean, you can see like the hands were articulated. And I don't know if my dad actually played with any of these because they're in such good condition. They're not really dirty or anything. This is the first Duke. Scar on his face.
Nice.
And then I think this was the jungle one, but he's got the pistol on his belt here, and he's got his little canteen on his belt and everything else. So these are some of the original ones, and he has these in a temperature controlled room to try to keep them safe. And I wish I could put my computer up so I could show you that, but I'm going to show you some of this. So this is the one. They actually did the Tuskegee Airmen too, which I think was awesome because of what they gave. But this is the African American scramble pilot. So these boxes were the newer ones. This is I don't know if this is the 35th anniversary. This one came out in 2000, years old. And then we got some of the. This is Theodore Roosevelt. This is the 35th anniversary. This one came out in 1999.
Nice.
For those of you guys that are John Wayne fans,
Duke.
got John Wayne, Army Special Forces.
Nice.
I couldn't find the astronaut, so I didn't bring him up. This one is for all you Harley lovers out there.
That doesn't look like Harley
Wow.
Haha.
Harley Quinn inspired. That was a good time. I mean, 2000. Yeah, she was around then. So
But you know, to me, it was almost ironic how much once I started looking through his GI Joe collection, how they have the GI Joe rides, they have the accessory packs, they have different ones that are special edition ones. So this one is the Hawaiian Territorial Guard. And I like this. I brought this one because he had really cool dog tags.
Mhm.
And then this one, John F. Kennedy.
Oh,
wow.
So and it had somewhere in there is the replica of his message. I don't think you can see it. I think it's like behind the packaging, but the PT 109 quote. Now, this one too, my dad also, they started making the female dolls, which those were GI Janes. This is the Vietnam nurse. So they gave it, if you remember, they did several different female figures. Ones that we probably know now and what you saw in Troy's video with Scarlet. I don't know if I can get into this. So this here, and I got to try not to drop it because if I drop this, I will break my computer. And I'm going to pull some cool stuff out. This is my dad's original Foot Locker
Oh wow.
that has GI Joe equipment in it. And I'm just going to show you guys a couple of pieces, and then we'll talk about the newer guys with the drop. But he's got the manuals.
wow.
He has original boxes.
Oh wow. Those are awesome.
With different equipment in them.
So I guess he wasn't a big fan of GI Joe back then.
No, not at all. He's got the weapons.
He got
Don't
all
worry
this at
about
a thrift shop.
Look at this.
Oh wow. That fit my dog.
He has the hats in a box so they didn't get smashed. He's got several different. What's this one? That's more guns. We used to get the guns out and play with them. I think one of them actually shot, and then he has a bunch of different outfits. So sandbags. He made little sandbags too. So my dad was like a big fan, and that's why my dad doesn't give me crap about at all about Funko Pops, because he collected GI Joes and everything that was GI Joe. And then the last one I have to show off, and then I will
Joe.
you guys take over, is this is the only pop that I have, and I know the new retro ones are coming out, and I want the Zartan ones because they change color. But this is Storm Shadow. He is from 2015. Not worth all that much.
Nice.
But that's the newer ones that we all know, as far as, you know, like the ones that have like the crazy weapons and everything else. So Eric, I will let you and Troy take over and put this stuff away. And
Well, it's all about Snake Eyes.
yes.
That had
Wow.
the comic books, right? Snake Eyes. You know, you gotta have your little GI Joe comics. You know, comics were really important. They actually became more popular than the animated series. You got your.
See, I didn't even know they had GI Joe comics. I would read those too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
You got your GI Joes. So, I mean,
I need to,
you definitely, like I said, the GI Joes were really, really popular. They actually coined the phrase action figures. So GI Joes was able to coin that phrase action figures. So all the stuff like, you know, that I showed you, like the Punisher, you know, so like you have action figures came from GI Joe.
It's because boys don't want to be told that they're playing with dolls, even though it's
I'm tired of hearing it.
stereotypical.
I get told I play with dolls all the time now.
Oh, we do play with dolls.
I
Well, I
know.
mean, you play with dresses, so I mean, you know.
I know, but do you see how good Troy and his brother both look?
Yeah, they should have a challenge where they got to put makeup on each other, and see, who can do really good. Stand
Contouring.
behind the other person and put makeup on, and see who
Oh,
can
there we go.
come up with the best face.
Blindfolded.
Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes are
Yeah.
perfect.
Blindfolded.
Blindfolded.
There we go. So I may or may not have got a suggestion sent through. What? What just happened?
You went sideways, brother.
Did you know they almost were going to make Rocky Balboa an honorary GI Joe? They were going to make a Rocky Balboa type figure, so he was going to have a staff with boxing gloves.
Really? I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go with, "Hey, Larry, how are you, McDorks?" I thought you were gonna go the route that they were gonna do like a Rambo, Sylvester Stallone kind of a thing.
No, they were actually, it was actually not going to be Stallone. It was Rocky Balboa. So,
Hey, Clara. Welcome, welcome.
and then of course you had the GI Joes and the Transformers, that crossed over.
Oh, we lost him. Yeah, because they did cross over. And in fact, actually, I forget what channel I was watching. But they were showing some of those crossover cartoons, and they've been playing them. Now, I think the original intention of the GI Joes, and correct me if you guys think I'm wrong, but the intention of the GI Joes was to give some love back to actual armed servicemen. Do you think that it should have switched over to what it did in the 80s and 90s, with it being so futuristic with the lasers and everything else? One of them I watched, they were going after huge sea worms or sea snakes or something like that, and they were in the deepest trench in the ocean or something, and they were just like swimming around like obviously anybody would normally be dead, and they had some suit on. So do you think that they should have kept it with the original intention of the actual true armed services, or do you like better the futuristic ones like the Storm Shadow and the Snake Eyes and Scarlet? And
Well, I think they had to make it a little bit, quirky. Obviously, when you look at the military, the Army soldiers are considered the Joes, the GI Joes. So you have Army soldiers now. But basically, to be in that universe, they had to kind of go in a different direction. So that's kind of what they talked about, not keeping it on that serious level. They made it so when they got into the animated series, they actually even had a GI Joe anime. It was a GI Joe Sigma 6. So they had like an anime type style GI Joe. But you basically, like I said, you had the action figures. They almost weren't going to do something like that because of how Barbie was, but there was a lot of push to say, hey, if girls can have their dolls, why not make something for the boys? So you have the GI Joes that have come through, and as a kid, you love playing, Army, with the tanks and the GI Joes, and you're setting up your fort, and you're in the backyard, you're doing everything you can. Like I said, there's probably a couple of times I was at the beach and lost a few of my GI Joes, just because I would take them everywhere. So, but they definitely, they had a lot of over the years, just that, like even today on YouTube, there's a channel that was showing GI Joe cartoons. So I think every Friday they do GI Joe cartoons, and I think it's cool because you can always pop in there and then watch some of the retro, and bring back the old days.
If anybody's watching this show, then they obviously have at least one Funko Pop, so they have to say that they love dolls. It doesn't matter. I know they're action figures, and like I said, I think it was to get over the stigmata that and I think one of the reasons they went to the 3.75 inch is because I think the 12 inch was too close to being like a girl's doll, like a Barbie size. And so I think the 3.75 to make it seem more like the original plastic army men, like everybody used to have, the green plastic ones that you could leave outside for 5 years and they look exactly the same. But
Yeah. Yes, they do. They do, Clara. They love dolls.
but I mean, the movies, okay? Take it or leave it with the movies. Channing Tatum's still hot. And I think they did a good job with the movies, even though the acting wasn't spectacular, wasn't going to win an Oscar or anything like that. But they did a good job transferring over the lasers, the futuristic, the unbelievable stuff that the 3.5-inch G.I. Joe versus Cobra transferred over. Did I like the Cobra Commander character in there? No, I thought that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was a horrible choice to play that character.
Right.
It just didn't. He didn't transfer over. I thought they did good with Scarlet. I thought they did good, putting Duke, Channing Tatum as Duke. So I think they did good on some of the characters. I think they did great with Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow as far as casting those. The second one,
Bruce Willis was in it too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's actually the original Joe, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly, as far as his character.
And then it had The Rock. The Rock was it. See, I mean, there was potential. You have a cast, where you could pretty much do something with that. But I mean, it didn't really transfer over, and I don't know, like it's kind of hard with that generation. But I mean, G.I. Joes have been around for a long time, and I mean, they've, like Barbie. I mean, Barbie, stood the test of time. But the thing is to make it believable on the screen. I mean, you're in a fantasy scenario with your G.I. Joes, and now you're seeing it on the screen, and you really hope that Hollywood could deliver. But I mean, like I said, I mean, that's the problem. Some of these movies sometimes is, they have potential, but they don't follow through. And then you kind of you're hoping that maybe you're going to get some more, or maybe they're going to remake them. Maybe there'll be a different take on it. Sometimes it just depends on the director and the company that, has a different vision.
Now, I know that there's the retro line coming out. Obviously, there's Barbies. And actually, I found some different Barbies that I hadn't seen released yet that are supposed to be coming out as well. I think there's 4 or 5 of them. I love Shipwreck. Shipwreck was one of my favorite ones as a kid because he had the tattoo on his arm and stuff like that. And then Zartan, which Zartan was one of my favorite characters when I was growing up from the 80s. I'm very shocked, though, that they're not releasing Scarlet, because I looked up what is the most favorite characters of G.I. Joe, and Scarlet is number 1.
Well, she was the first female. She was, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
She was
And I'm just shocked that if they're doing a retro line that they didn't do Scarlet as one of the Joes. And maybe she's coming, and I guess I don't know all of them that they've done in the past, because these are, from 5 years ago. So I don't know all the other ones that they did. I know that there's a different version of Storm Shadow. I know that, or Snake Eyes. And I know there's a Destro, there's a Cobra Commander. The hooded one is worth a lot of money. So I know that there's other ones, but I did not see a Scarlet, and I'm just kind of shocked that they didn't do that. And if they're re-releasing some of these, I'm still shocked on that. Okay, here's the ones that they did back then.
Well, maybe they don't want to put all their eggs in the basket. Maybe they want to see how these do, and maybe they have it planned out. I mean, you have the Marvel Zombies that came out. They didn't come out with all the characters.
That's true.
So I mean, it's you got to at some point bring that character out. I mean, she was important. So.
And she was part of the movies recently too. I would try to capture a little of that magic. I got junk all over me from carrying these boxes.
Make the works.
Fantastic. It was. I mean, it was great. I love G.I. Joes. I mean, I played with the guys. There was only one other girl that lived in my neighborhood, really, that I played with, and then all the rest were boys. And so I kind of had to keep up with the Joneses. It was Hot Wheels and G.I. Joes, or dirt bikes and jumping curbs and things like that, and scooters. Yeah. So that's kind of where the tomboy in me started. It was playing with the guys when I was 5 years and 6 years, 7 years old. I never got into Barbies. I would have rather played Hot Wheels and G.I. Joes than play Barbies.
But even now, like, with Nerf guns, and being able to wear, like type of visors and stuff like that. I mean, you can see some of these younger kids that if they're introduced to something like the G.I. Joe type scenario, you can see them playing that. You can see them kind of creating, the fortress and, going out there and doing something like that. I mean, I know my boys, we like I said, we do we do our guns. We make sure we have them. So, it's a lot of fun. But
She said some releases got new wave, so she might be coming out through the con. And I'm wondering if she's going to come out in New York Comic Con. Obviously, they haven't released those, so I'm hoping against hope that that's what they're going to do is they're going to release her then.
yeah.
So, secretly, the one I'm looking most forward to is the glowworm.
Glowworm.
I love the glowworm. My favorite one. All right, I know Eric's got to run because he's got his show coming up. So immediately following our show and is going to be Eric's Scream Stream. Eric, what are you doing tonight? And then we're going to get over to that quiz.
Well, actually, we're kind of low key tonight. I didn't really do a theme tonight. We're just gonna kind of hang out, talk, play games. I know Robert has a couple of things he wanted to talk about. Each week we've been kind of doing themes. This week we're not. We're just kind of getting into some haunted house type stuff. Things like that. Halloween is obviously right around the corner. So
He's back.
I'm struggling.
We're here. We're gonna watch a movie. We're waiting. I had to go get my soda.
Well,
yeah,
I
everything
appreciate
crashed
you
on me at
coming
once.
Oh, I figured as much. And when you didn't come back right away, I'm like, maybe his phone died. I wasn't really sure.
Yep,
Okay.
that was one of it.
Whoever wins the quiz tonight, you guys will get to pick a CTV shirt of your choice, your color, choice and size, and we will get that shipped out to you. We also have stickers, which Troy, I'm an idiot, and I left those at home. So we have stickers. So second through fifth place, we're going to send out you guys out a CTV sticker, and make sure that you guys get into that. I really do appreciate you guys that we're here. So it is a 20-question quiz, and let me
and also Brandy, you guys will have to reach out. You guys are gonna have to reach out to me, but whoever comes in first, I'm also gonna throw in this Biff Tandem card. So it's a Geek.
awesome. All right,
Matthew, what the hell? I want that thing.
Matthew, you want everything.
Your Cubs already won a World Series. Now leave us alone.
So if you guys are interested in joining in, go ahead. It's joinmyquiz.com, and then you can the 554-737 if you guys want to do that. It's the Quizzies. Can I share the link? Yeah, I can share the link. Let me get that.
Allow me to do this.
But you gotta contact me on Instagram. So
Why is it? Oh, I don't want that. Hang on one second.
I'm looking for you.
Yeah, you hit him up on and whoever. Oh, look, Ross. Better late than never.
Ross. Hey, did you see Ross's video the other night?
Ross gets lucky all the time. Whether it's a sprinkler or I don't know if that's the right way to share it or not. I think so. Well, that's my admin code. You guys are gonna be on my admin. No, below the numbers is a link to the game. Okay, hang on. Share. Thanks.
Yeah, I got bumped out of here. I was just about to talk about some of them comics that came out from G.I. Joe and everything, but cell phones.
Well, Troy, who's your favorite G.I. Joe character?
Matthew's
I mean,
into G.I. Joe, so he doesn't really. Although Sergeant Slaughter was wrestling, so
yeah, they did have a special.
I mean, Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I would go.
I loathe the Baroness. I just can't stand her. I can't stand her voice. I can't stand the way she acted. It drove me nuts. Is that working, LBD?
Yeah.
Why do I see nobody joining?
You don't want swag? Come on now. I paid top dollar to go to cons just for the free swag.
Waiting for participants. Does nobody want to play? Or do I have to click start? I don't even know.
Well, do you have? Did you refresh it? Did you put the link? Did you put the link in the chat?
Yeah. So should I hit start now?
Because as long as you share it and everybody has a chance to get the link.
Yeah, it's not buddy.
Matthew's saying no.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's in the chat. Let me check real quick, because that's the biggest thing is to be able to find it in the chat.
Refresh it. Oh, look.
Hey, where it says share view? There you go.
There we go. 8 people are in. Okay. Anybody else want to join?
We got to get at least 10. Come on now.
8. That's 9. We only got 9 in here left. I knew
Okay.
into to Captain Pop. So, all right. Well,
Okay.
and I couldn't even get all the pictures in. And it's loud.
Come on, Tax. Come on, Tori.
If you were here tonight, I specifically made sure to put the answers in the show, except for one. Look at Golden Collectibles up there with
Gold.
4.
Yeah, Golden's tearing it up.
There goes Tori. There's one that I specifically made this evening.
I wish I could see the questions. We just got a 10th that popped in.
No, Dallas came in.
Dallas.
Dana's BFF. Look at LBD jumped all the way up there too. Goes Clara. Will. So I used all of yours, Troy, but I added a couple in.
No, I'm curious to see. I wish I knew what they were.
Troy, not Troy, but Ross, what are you doing? How can you not even get Marty the Back to the Future ones right?
I like it. At least they weren't straight gimmies. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I would hope Matthew gets all the Back to the Future ones right. People are flopping around though.
Oh yeah, this is fun.
I don't know. Wait a second. Are you talking about this channel only? No, Ross. Yes, we're talking about My Fun Company.
Goops is on fire. Ooh.
What is like Japanese massage music in the background? Yeah, LBD with 3 in a row.
Oh, Dallas is climbing though. Dallas still has plenty of questions left.
Tats now with 3 in a row. Let's get to a section of easy ones. There was some where I put like ridiculous answers, and there's one that you guys can't get wrong unless you pick one answer.
Oh, Dallas is making that climb. Finish strong, people.
Wow. Look at Matthew 4 in a row. Ooh, Dallas with 4 in a row.
Oh.
Dallas still has a ways to go. LBD's making a climb.
Go LBD.
Tori's jumping up there.
You got it, Matthew. Come on, finish strong.
LBD going 3 in a row. Uh-oh. Matthew got something wrong. Only I know nothing. Woo!
All right, Matthew, let's see if you can hold that lead.
Tori's got 5 in a row.
Nice.
Oh.
Right now, Tori's in second.
Dallas is a huge challenge. Oh. How high is Dallas going to climb?
Got a couple more left. 5 more people left to finish. Oh,
Ooh.
it's like Matthew might be able to hold it. Tori came back strong though. 6 in a row at the end there.
Yeah, Tori made a strong push. Here comes Dallas though. This is
Randy, I wrote you in the chat, the private chat.
Okay. Ross, are you gonna finish? You're almost done, Ross. I'll go through it, Matthew, if you're worried. Ooh.
oh.
Alex up to third. Ross has got one more question to go.
That should be it.
I didn't think we made it that hard.
I didn't think so either.
Alright, let's look at the question. Okay. Can I mute this? Congratulations,
Wow.
Matthew, Tori, Dallas. Actually, there were 10 of you guys that stuck around to play this, and I'm going to send every single one of you guys a sticker, a CTV sticker. I really do appreciate it.
Yes.
So we're going to send you guys all one. Matthew, you get with me on, well, not get, you know what I mean. on Instagram, and I will send you. We'll pick out your shirt color and the size that you want, and then we'll get that sent out to you. So that's where
It's a Cardinals t-shirt, right?
yeah, there we go.
Yes, I got my first finger.
What actor was the director's first choice to play Marty McFly? It's true that Eric Stoltz was the first one who actually got cast, but the first choice was always Michael J. Fox. They wanted him, and because he was on other projects, he was not available, so they put Eric Stoltz in. I think Eric Stoltz only lasted a week or two, and then he was fired, and then they waited for Michael J. Fox to come. So that's 6 players got that right, though. How many times was Back to the Future script rejected before it was greenlit? 40 times. 40 times. I cannot believe that. I guess because of it being so a little bit controversial, and also as far as kind of out there with the sci-fi thing and it being the 80s, it was rejected 40 times. So congrats to you guys that got that one right.
I would have got it wrong, so.
I got the picture. The quizzies stopped loading pictures, so I did get this one in to try and help on this one. Which star made their acting debut in Back to the Future Part 2? 8 of you guys got it right. It was Wood. That's him right there, holding or right next to the gun. And if you guys remember, they called that a baby's toy. Baby's toy.
Ryan Reynolds.
Good job on this one. We did say this during the show. What year was Back to the Future released? That was in 1985. Which song? This was a hard one, and this was one of Troy's questions. And I did purposely throw you guys off by putting Huey Lewis in there.
Yeah.
The number one song when Back to the Future was released, but if you looked at the picture, it was Miami Vice, and the theme song from Miami Vice was this one that played a lot was In the Night with Phil Collins. 2 of you guys got that one right. Most popular candy in 1985, Sour Patch Kids. I guess that that's something else. The test of time. In fact, if you find some from the 80s, you probably can still eat them. When were G.I. Joes originally released? We did say this during the show. It was 1964. G.I. Joe slogan. Tattoos are cool. Just ask Troy and Brandy. I'm glad no one. United forces are a force united. I made that up. Yo Joe, we are real American heroes. Real American heroes is part of the theme song, but the actual slogan was now you know and knowing is half the battle. What car was spotlighted Back to the Future movies? The 2 of you guys picked the Prius.
Honda.
Oh my God.
I know, exactly. That's who picked the Prius?
It got fat fingered. That's.
What were the women figures called when released? I did say this as well. 9 of you guys got that right. So they were called G.I. Janes. How does Marty meet Doc Brown? So I actually found this, and Troy, because I was fact checking you, because I was like, how did you find this out? So, it was explained, Marty. Is it ever explained why Marty hangs out with Doc Brown? Many people weighed in with theories, good theories. Then someone was inside info, chimed in. Back to the Future co-star Bob Gale. Okay, from the horse's mouth. Yes, I'm the horse, co-writer, co-creator. We never explained it in the movie, but the history of the characters that Bob Zemeckis and I created is this. For years, Marty was told that Doc Brown was dangerous and a crackpot and a lunatic. So being a red-blooded American teenage boy, age 13 or 14, he decided to find out just why this guy was so dangerous. Marty snuck into Doc's lab and was fascinated by all the cool stuff that was there. When Doc found him in there, he was delighted to find out that Marty thought he was cool and accepted him for what he was. Both of them were the black sheep in their respective environments. Doc gave Marty a part-time job to help with experiments, tend to the lab, tend to the dog, etc. And that's the origin of the relationship. So Marty snuck into Doc Brown's lab. That is how they met.
You're welcome for the really hard one.
What year did they go to in the future in Back to the Future Part 2? We did say this as well. Good, congrats. That was 2015. It was 30 years in the future from the 1985. What actor was cast as Duke in the Rise of the Cobra movie? I just said this just a couple minutes ago. That was Channing Tatum. How many lives? 5 players got that right. 1. You usually could. I only had one that wasn't alive. That was the CS1 opening. I had a separate one that I took down. It technically could have been 2, but I only have one that's on the channel still, and the other one I had to take down because my sister-in-law didn't want my niece and nephew out on YouTube, which I can't blame her. What was the punishment for the loser of Wild Boy Wednesdays? Loser had to buy. So I made these up. You like the one, Troy? Loser had to co-host Collector TV with Brandy. Yes, the loser had to pop hunt and drag. What was the most anticipated live show of September 4th, 2020? Collector TV!
And I'm glad of all the right answers.
Yeah.
Lamp and Hobby World magazine stated this was the top-selling American toy line. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hot Wheels, Cabbage Patch Dolls. I messed this one up. I should have said of 1985. It is G.I. Joe. So that's my fault. I didn't put there. Why does Destro wear a metal mask? If you've seen the movies, it was a family symbol. So one of his ancestors was put in an iron mask as a control thing. It became a symbol of that family's rebirth and strength. So he wears that metal helmet on his head as a symbol of pride that's been passed down for generations. I do like whoever the person was that say chicks dig metal.
Big metal.
The G.I. Joe line has been inducted into what 2 Hall of Fames? The correct answer is the Pop Culture and National Toy. I don't even know if the Army Historical, that was probably a harder one, but yes, it's Pop Culture and National Toy Hall of Fames. The Pop Culture one was just in 2017. And which topics would you like to see in upcoming CTV episodes? Karate Kid got 9 votes, dude. Garbage Pail Kid. Well, everything else is pretty much even. It was Garbage Pail Kids, Cabbage Patch, Retro Candy, and the best kids meals. Troy, I think we do need to do one where we go get a kids meal from Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's. We got to see which one has the best toy. What we remember. I'm sorry. I'm hands down not going to pick McDonald's. I'm just going to warn you guys ahead of time because they don't make the chocolate chip cookies anymore. And he's back.
Yeah.
There you are.
Stupid phone. I hit the
I don't
wrong
know
button.
if you heard what I just said, but I think we should do a kids meal challenge and try and figure out which one we think is the best kids meal. Whether it is Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Arby's, whatever we want, we should do and just choose. But I think that would be the best. But these are the choices. Karate Kid was number 1. And then Garbage Pail Kids, Retro Candy, and Kids Meals. Kids Meals was number 2. Retro Candy and Garbage Pail Kids. Cabbage Patch was last, so I guess Cabbage Patch Dolls is not one. Everyone wanted to see. So all 10 of you guys, if you guys hit me up on My Fun Company or Collector TV YT on Instagram and send me your addresses, I will get stickers out to all of you. I know we got to go because screen stream is on, so let me stop sharing this. Go back over here.
I can't deal with Matthew. I can't do it. I'm supposed to have a good time, and he brings up bad memories. I'm a Cleveland kid. Come on now. I'm an Indians fan. You got to do that to me?
So this is the giant wheel of names. There's 221 entries on this. So what I did was everybody who entered, I automatically refreshed it 3 times for following us, and people got an extra one for subscribing. And then I went through for everyone who shared it and added an extra 2 for that. I think some people got up to 5. This pretty much took me like 2 hours to do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick a number. Troy, I'll let you pick the number, and the person that is picked on that number will win this SDCC toucan shared courtesy of Mama Lane.
So that's how you want me to pick a number on how many spins?
Yep. I'm not going to take anybody off. I'm just going to keep shuffling until you give me a number.
All right, let's go with 6.
6. All right, let's see how many seconds I have here. Spin time. Let's do 13 seconds.
You
13.
do 10 seconds. It takes a minute.
Oh crap!
Look at me doing math. It's not my strong suit.
That is the largest wheel I've ever had to make in my life. All right, sixth person. I'm not going to take anybody off. We're just going to spin. Sixth person is going to win the toucan. Good luck to whoever the sixth person is. You did not have to be present. Spin
I don't-
one.
I don't know why I'm trying to get closer to the phone.
You cannot see it. No
I'm not going to be able to see it.
Spin number 2. We got 4 more spins after this. Spin number 3. Spin number 4. Oh, yes, you do. I love yes, you do. Spin number 5. And it's going to say sorry on there because I'm not changing it because I didn't get that far today. But the very next spin is going to be the winner of the toucan. So here we go.
Good luck.
To everybody.
Matthew, you're not winning twice.
Yeah.
Yes, you lose. So yes,
Oh,
you lose.
wow.
I will get a hold of you. Congratulations, and we will get this toucan out to you as well. It does come in the sorter that it came in, even though every single one of these sorters all have the same that MJL number on them. But we will get that out to you guys.
Go ahead and hit one more spin. I'm finally caught up with all my giveaways, and
Okay.
I couldn't wait more than 3 days to do another one. So
All right.
first show, I got to do it. I'll do a little care package to somebody. So
All right. So this is for a mystery box from Troy. BZ of Dogtown. So BZ of Dogtown, I didn't see BZ at all in here tonight, but we will reach out to you on Instagram and get your information to get that out to you as well. So I'm going to stop sharing this. Guys, we got a lot of growing to do. So I know it's probably a little weird seeing a new format and everything else, but give us a chance, stick around. Show number 2, I actually have an outro. So you can check that out. Next show, we're going to have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we're going to talk Goonies. I can't wait. I really can't wait to keep this going. There's so many fun things that have from all of us growing up, and we all collect these Funko Pops and collectibles and even Hot Wheels and everything else now because it keeps us young, and that's really where I think Troy and I want this to go. Is we want everybody just to have a good time, and forget about being an adult for an hour. We went a little bit over tonight, and I apologize to Eric that we are bumping into his show. But everybody, go jump over to the Scream Stream, check them out. And our next show is not until the 14th. It's going to be on Monday nights from 8 to 9. We're going to wedge in between. I know we're going to run into Homespun Happy Hour, but it's going to be before Cody goes on at 9. So our normal nights will be Mondays. It'll be Monday the 14th and the 21st. We have those shows already planned. We already have our guests set up. So we have hashtags coming on. We have Fets is coming on. Yep. We have Average Will is coming on. So I mean, we got fun things coming up, guys, and I hope you guys stick around. And we're gonna tweak it and everything else, but we're gonna do a little bit of everything. Troy, you want to say anything? Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Thank you everybody that came. Whether it was one person or 100, it was good people in the chat, and that's what I like to see. I would do this show the next 10 years for 5 people. They always say, you know, if you make a difference in one person's life, that's all that matters. We're here just to hang out, have a good time. I'm gonna get better. This is like, you know, nerve-wracking for me. Like, oh man, I got to plan stuff. We're gonna keep it enjoyable. We're gonna have fun. I want everybody in here to always stay positive and just get along in here. We're gonna have some fun at my expense. Even I'm totally open with that. But you know, thank you to everybody that was here for this first show. It means a lot to both of us. And we're excited for the future. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get more interesting, and it's going to get a heck of a lot more fun. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Matthew. I couldn't ask for anybody better to be a part of my first show. So besides that trophy that Brandy just kissed, you know, besides that, you know, it was great. So thank you, everybody. And I look forward to the 14th? Look forward to the next one.
Yeah. Everybody have a wonderful Labor Day. We've got more giveaways coming up. So make sure you guys stick around. We'll see if this works because I can't tell from mine. It's kind of sketchy. So we'll see you guys on the 14th. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.